It's ruthless, man. His fucking interviews when he's in those when he's doing the when they're like questioning him and stuff are hilarious as shit. He gets stuck in those committee hearings and stuff. What's up, TJ, Jody, Brenda? How's it going? I just gotta get through this week, and then we got 9 days off for Thanksgiving.
I was trying to think the other day when we were kids, is this actually spring break? Was
Hold on. Now, spring break is around the meetup. What was it April or something?
March, April.
yeah, I thought it was like Easter, right?
Because that was one of the complaints they always made about the Florida meetup was that they always do it the last week of spring break, and some people got annoyed by that because it jacks the room rates and everything up. And everybody's been telling Ray for like the last 2 years to move it another week ahead, and he don't ever move it.
It's actually 2 weeks ahead of Easter this year.
Yeah, that's one complaint though everybody's made to him the last 2 years, and he hadn't listened to nobody. So, it is what it is. Because if they went the week after spring break, they'd get rooms way cheaper because then they'd be in the off season. Plus, flights would be a little cheaper as well, and it's not as crowded with traffic and everything. Because you got to remember, a lot of these people go to Orlando Airport and then they got to drive another 2 hours to get to the meetup.
Yep.
So
yeah, they need to suck it up and just do it. I'm glad I got out to fly yesterday because it's raining today and gonna rain tomorrow.
what's up, Daryl? You got the stream playing in the background, I think, Joe. Very lightly.
No, let me double check. I thought I've muted it.
Yeah, because it was your box lighting up.
Really?
It's either you or Paul. I don't know.
Let me find out because I don't even think I have it up. Oh, mine's muted.
I don't hear it now. I could barely hear it. It was real light in the background.
Might have been my TV. I usually set it on 20 and it works. Well, y'all don't hear it. If I put it on like 23, y'all hear it a little bit, I think. No.
Oh yeah, Daryl's down in Miami right now for a drone expo. I remember you saying that the other day. You were heading down there.
Go this way.
You got to fly down there instead of having to drive.
Drone Expo, huh?
I tell you what, I'll put you in that cage.
Daryl goes to a lot of stuff like that. He hits up a lot of drone stuff. And he gets to go sit and gets to go and like test new shit out with certain companies and stuff too sometimes. Gets to see stuff before they release it. So next week I'm driving to Canada. Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
Giggles wants to know where the Miami drone show is, where exactly it is.
In Miami, DJ, he said
There you
that.
In Miami.
go.
In Miami at the convention center.
It's gonna be at a convention center. I don't know if they have multiple.
Yeah. At a convention center.
Daryl says next week he's driving to Canada.
Here you go, Paul. Let me show you. Hold on.
Hey, if you go up to
Go on.
Canada, can you drive by Jim's house and throw a frozen burrito through his window for me, Daryl? Thank you.
Here you go, Justin. Watch this. They let the Avata 2 lets you do easy acro at 5.1 at 5 feet. So I'm getting ready to do the power loop, right? So I got to bring it up. So I get it up now. I'm at 5. I go up to 6.3, I think it was, or 6.6. Now I'm doing a power loop, right?
Whoa.
Didn't work. Did not work. But he got up to 29 feet. And I think what happened, I think it was me. It wasn't the drone. I was 6 feet. It says you can do it. And it does it. And it was coming back around. And as I was starting to come down, I gunned it. And I think that throws the whole perspective off.
Here comes your buddy Lance.
Daryl, I'm not sure where he lives at. Probably just look for the crappiest house in Canada.
Sub Lance.
Hey Joe, so I didn't. You must have been talking about your crash. So
Yep.
so how far off the ground were you? Or you think? I mean, what is your thought on why you crashed again?
Well, when let you start at. I actually replied to you, but I'll tell you.
Okay.
It says you can at 5. You know how on the side. It's easy for me to say on the side how it doesn't show easy acro until you get to 5 feet.
Okay.
I mean, when I got to 5 feet, it showed everything. So I actually brought it up to 6.1. I had it at 6.1 feet when I gave it to up. It went up to 29 feet, 29.6 feet, I think it was. And as it started to make the loop around, my brilliant self decided not to just let it do the loop. I gunned it.
Okay.
So when I gunned it, I think that changes your whole loop.
Gotcha.
Why when you got to
makes sense.
6? Well, why when you got to 6.9 did the numbers go red?
I don't know.
Because in the video you
Look
hit
at it.
6. In the video right before you flipped, you were at 6.9 and it was like in red.
Red.
Your
Yeah, it's
numbers
in
went to
red before. We're saying you can't do the power loop. Let's see. Let me look.
You'll
I'm
see it
watching
get to like 6.8, 6.9, and then you'll see yourself flip.
Yeah, it started at 6.1. Yeah, it changed to like a orange color, then it went to white. I don't know why it changed its color.
My
It
guess
sure
is
turned red when it hit the ground.
Red is no go, orange is caution, and white is okay. Kind of like
Okay.
when you fly your drone and you start to lose satellites. You know, it gives you that
Okay.
orange and red.
Yeah,
That's
it
my
does.
guess.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So, and
It's-
so I watched the video, but I didn't notice. Did you post it with your goggles or regular video?
I posted with the regular. I didn't think about it. I should have put the second part with the goggles with the.
Should have done it side by side.
So how did Justin see that then? Does he live like right next door to you?
No, I just showed it. Why?
No, he showed it on here.
And I can't watch because I'm driving, but
Yeah.
Because
All right,
he
it's
I'll
totally
show you- I'll
safe.
show
Look
you
down
later.
at the screen.
He's posted the video.
Yeah, I got it. I didn't post it yet. I just pulled it off the
You ought to
goggles.
watch if you were in a Tesla.
Yeah, but he'd be broke.
Oh God, I know. I want a Tesla so bad, but fucking things are expensive. I just like the technology that's in them.
Yeah, well, they got a special going right now with $5,000 down. You can get it with low financing for 4 years.
You need
Yeah,
more
but
than
low
4 years.
financing on $100,000 car is still like a fucking $900,000 payment a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably close to $875, $900 a month.
No, go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I
that's
said,
more
I
than
just I don't even care that it's electric. I just like the tech that they have built into
I
it.
said no. No.
And for the kind of driving I do 90% of the time, actually, it would be perfect for me because I don't really go out of town too much. So driving around town would be nothing.
Hey Justin, I found out what those beeps were for with the battery pack.
What is it?
Well, a short beep means that it's not getting the battery isn't charged enough for some reason. That you're about to it's letting you know that you're going to lose power. Now it was on electricity, so I don't know why it was doing that. I think the thing's going bad. That's what I think.
That battery's
a
probably
long
took a
beep.
shot.
Yeah, long beep means that you're overloaded. So it was doing both. So I bought the same one accidentally. So I didn't realize which one I had under there. When I got back, I had the same one sitting over here, and I realized I had the same. It'll give me the same issue, maybe. So I
Well, you
just
should
ordered
get
a
something
different
that's
one.
I'd get
Yeah,
something that's a little newer.
Yeah, I got another one coming in today from a different APC is the company, and the one I've got under there is a 650. The one I got coming in is a 1500. So
Yeah, I had a
and that
feeling
one
the
stands
beeps.
up like a what you call it, like a tower.
I
And
had
the
a
whole
feeling that
Yeah.
it would have different beeps for different issues that's happening.
Yeah, it does. It does. I looked
Yeah.
it up. But it hasn't beeped since. That's the best part. So I'm still going to change it out and then I'll see if anything's wrong with this one. Because I could always use this one on something else. I can put it over there where my modem's at so that if the power goes out, the modem doesn't go out right away. Or the other TV.
Yeah, there's some pre-built computer towers that will do that. Like when you go to turn it on, it will make a beeping noise and it has or it will flash the lights. And then depending on what like orientation the lights flash in, it will mean something else. It'll tell you like the power supply is bad, or it could be either a beeping or the light will flash on it. Like a lot of the Alien one, if there's something wrong with it and you turn it on, usually the little light on the front of the Alien will flash, and like one flash might be the power supply, two flashes might be a motherboard
Oh,
issue.
Brenda.
Right.
So I give you different indicators so you can try to diagnose what it is.
Yeah. But I tell you what, I hit that thing pretty good. I actually hit it on an angle. If I'd have hit it straight down, I probably would have messed up the gimbal.
And so everything was fine?
Well, everything got a little dirty, and my walk of shame wasn't that far.
Very good.
I only had to walk
has,
about maybe 30 yards.
This has turtle mode too, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. And I knew it was upside down and it was still working. I still had, it never turned off, but I didn't want to flip it. Look who's coming in. Lloyd.
Hey,
Lloyd.
Oh, there we
What's up,
go.
Lloyd?
Yay.
hey, Lloyd,
Hey, Joe,
how's
how
it
you
going?
doing? It's going good. I woke up this morning. That means I'm still alive. So yeah,
Still on this side of the dirt.
I'm still
Good
on
morning,
this side
Lloyd.
of the dirt.
I know the feeling.
Some days I wake up and I wonder if I've already died because I feel so bad, but usually I realize it's just a bad day.
Another 30
happened to me
years,
the
I'll
other
get
day.
that feeling.
Justin says he's got another 30 years before he gets that feeling.
No,
Yeah,
maybe not.
I hear it. Good morning, Justin. I didn't mean to leave you out.
Yeah,
Morning.
you did. You did. It was all right though. You should.
Yeah, I was just trying to be polite. Didn't really care if I spoke to him or not.
There you go.
Well, where's
That's
Tim
another
at
thing. When you
need
get our age, you don't care.
Yeah, you didn't care if I spoke to you either, did you, Justin? So what are y'all doing this fine sunny day? Well, sunny here anyways.
Sunny here too, but it's cold, 41 degrees.
Yeah, it's a
Rainy here in the Pacific Northwest.
It's rainy here too.
oh, okay. I can't.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, shut up.
It's clear skies and
That
it's
bitch always
79
getting
out
wet.
right now.
It's 54 here right now, so it's a little cool, but
Yeah, Lance is up in the west corner of the U.S.
I didn't see him down. I apologize, Lance. I didn't see you there.
That's okay. You probably see the top of my car. I'm driving. It's
Oh, is that
it's
what
40
I knew? It was dark.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
46 here in Seattle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I've
Yeah,
got
we
to
had
stop at Walmart.
97% humidity.
Dude, look at this mess going on above Australia. Look at this shit.
That's a typhoon.
Yep.
There's like 3 of them here. They're tracking a bunch of them. They're spaghettiing
Yeah,
across
yeah.
each other.
Yeah, those things get crazy over there.
They're
It's giving
just
me a warning about a disturbance. And I was like, that's not even near me. What the fuck you telling me for?
I get that too, you know. I get like hurricane warnings coming in from, you know, headed towards New York or something. I think it ain't going to bother me. Now, if it comes up through the Gulf, that's a different story. We get a little rain off of it when it comes up into the Gulf, but it hits in that northeastern shoreline over there. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, it's clear skies and about 80, 79, 80 right now. It's
Oh,
supposed to get up to 91 today.
Dare says it's pretty nice there in Miami, 82.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little warm, but it's not like unbearable outside right now. It's kind of
right, right. Oh, and hello to everybody in the chat too. I didn't mean to leave y'all out.
Oh Lord, we got another one coming our way. Let's see.
Brenda, have you met Lloyd, Brenda?
Oh Lord.
I'm sure she's been in here a couple of times when Lloyd was in here. I don't know if she goes.
Brenda's down in southern Florida.
Here you go, Justin. Can you see it?
Oh my
Oh,
God!
I'll
Here they
get
go
the-
again.
I'll get the leaf blower out.
Yeah,
168. Watch. 192. 216. Going right over Florida.
Don't worry, I'll get the leaf blower out. I'll put the big battery in. We'll be all right.
You better hurry up. Because look at that. That sucker's sitting right over
Blow it
Orlando.
towards Louisiana.
It can't. That my leaf blower right here is a lot bigger. Yeah, I heard him say this morning there was another one coming into the Gulf.
Not worried about
Yeah.
it. It is what it is.
We might get something out of that, depending on where it hits.
You're in Oklahoma, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're the southern border of the United States because I don't count Texas as a state. So
Yeah,
I can't.
Texas did take a big chunk out of your state up at the top there. You know.
Yeah. That's just that little bitty tiny panhandle up there. It's just absolutely worthless for anything.
I always laugh at these borders when you actually look at them, and it's like, who the fuck decided? Why didn't they just do nice straight lines through everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all the states uniformed. They're all fucking all weird.
Colorado, I think, is the only truly square state.
Yeah, if you look at Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona, where they all border, they're all nice and square.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Wyoming's square too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wyoming.
Wyoming's pretty squared up too.
But
and
Lord, that
Colorado,
little
yeah.
sliver, they got good buffalo burgers up in that area.
Yeah.
And then like Idaho does the same thing. It like goes up into Montana all the way to the Canadian border. I don't get that either.
Yeah. It's pretty. Yeah. It's pretty. Yeah, it is. I grew up in Colorado. It's the only reason I knew it was square.
Yeah, looking at the map, Colorado and Wyoming are about the two only square states.
Yeah.
That's it. New Mexico, kind of, a little bit.
Yeah, but they got that little weird thing down towards in the bottom of it. Yeah.
Yeah, toward it's on the Arizona border,
Mm-hmm.
a little chunk. Yeah.
I was actually born in New Mexico, raised in Colorado, lived in Arizona, and then I came to Oklahoma. And God, I didn't know what I was doing here. It was like a culture shock.
It's like that town up in Canada, but it's part of the U.S. But the only way to get to it is by boat.
Right. Yeah.
That one's really weird.
Yeah. And that's usually approaching it from Canada. I think you have to
Yeah, 'cause-
drive into Canada, get on a boat, and then take it across to the island.
Yeah, really weird island. That was the one they were talking about that was very secluded during COVID. They were having issues getting stuff out there because of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
You hear about the fun little. See, I was telling Paul this. I don't know if this is true, but I heard something this morning saying that they wanted Biden to step down so
Yeah, they
Kamala
did.
could at least be president for a month or two. I was like, what the fuck? What kind of shit is that?
You're muted, Paul. Oh, he's talking on the phone. Okay.
They need, and they'd ask him that question next time he has any kind of press conference. And he'd say, I got this to say. Turn around and drop his pants.
Like I said, I don't know how true that is because I just heard rumors. And
No,
stuff.
there's
They
a-
said
there's
it
a-
on
there
the-
was a
on
guy-
one of the CNN shows.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but yeah, he said that's
That was
Uh,
her press secretary. One of
Oh,
her
was
press
it?
secretary.
okay.
Yeah. He said it would make it easier for the next woman to be elected. First off, we don't want this woman elected. And it's not
Well,
because she's a woman.
Well, and the fact that other than she would also set a record as being only the second person to be president that was never voted for. 'Cause she
Yep.
wasn't even, she wasn't. Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
but-
voted for as vice president, but that was it, But
Yeah.
Gerald
Most-
Ford, same thing. He got appointed, taking over for Spiro Agnew, and then when Nixon resigned, he took over. So he was the only president we had that was never voted into office.
Well, yeah, I'm reading what Daryl said.
Yeah. Here's your reward for sucking.
The participation trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. I tell you what, they better not give her more than 1 or 2 days because she might really screw this country up.
I was kind of mad when I found out that rumor about Elon Musk wasn't true, that he offered CNN $3 billion to buy him.
Yeah.
I was like, that'd have been funny as shit, though.
Yeah.
You see what his net worth went up to? He skyrocketed over 300 billion.
Huh.
The Tesla stock went way up the day after the election.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it went up so high that it actually officially made him the richest man in the world.
And what was funny, because everybody was like saying, oh, he wasted $40 billion on Twitter. I was like, dude, that was a flex. That man was going to make that money back in just a year or two. He didn't give a shit, dude. That's nothing. That's all that was a flex. He could care less if that company went into the ground.
It's just a write-off.
Hello, TJ. I didn't see you up there.
Yeah, TJ's hiding.
And Daryl. Well, howdy.
Daryl's down in Miami right now. At a drone
Oh, is he?
expo. Yeah.
Oh, them friggin' dogs. What are they doing?
Mine were doing that a minute ago.
I was listening back on your show this morning. You were talking about the phonic or whatever got appointed to.
Oh, yeah, on my
UN.
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be the UN or US UN representative. So basically what Nikki was it Nikki Haley did it
ambassador to
last
UN.
time? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with her being there, she won't be reintroducing that bill on the drones, and it got pushed out at the Senate and sent back to the House. So they'd have to have all sorts of negotiations, and it would have to start over with it. And with her out of there, I don't think it's going to bother. I don't think we have to worry about the drone thing now. And maybe that was Trump's way of dealing with it. Maybe he saw it.
Tester's out too. He's the other guy.
Yeah, but I would say
Yeah.
Trump too was the one trying to ban TikTok and a lot of other Chinese shit too, though. So I don't know.
Well, I've never heard him say anything, but I've heard him talk about TikTok, but I've never heard him say anything about the drones, because I don't think that's on the.
Well, I wouldn't say it was really an issue when he was in office. So it started becoming an issue, about 3 years ago? I think.
Yeah, they started
Like-
pushing it about 3 years ago.
So we'll have to wait and see if he gets informed of it, or if it
Yeah,
even hits his radar when he gets into office and see
I
what he
personally
actually does
think
with
he's
it.
got a lot more things he's going to be worrying about than that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah,
I
they're
like that
gunning
he-
for him.
I like Tom Holmes, the dude he put on at the border. That dude is ruthless.
the borders are. Yeah, that guy's.
Yeah.
You
I
little
love
boy,
his
you heard him
interviews.
last night?
Oh
You're
god,
illegal,
yeah.
you're a criminal. You gone.
He said, "What if you want to separate families? We'll send the whole family back."
Send the whole family back.
They're
he's
not
a good
messing
guy.
around. He's got some good people up there. Marco Rubio for Secretary of State.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good pick too.
I've seen a lot of people complaining on chats though about him, like live chats.
Yeah,
Rubio?
Yeah, like they're Trump supporters, but they don't like Rubio. They're saying that that's a bad pick. So I'm not entirely sure on that one. They all like Tom Holmes though. They're all supporting that. But
yeah, and I wonder if Dan Bonagino will get picked as head of the Secret Service.
Secret Service. Yeah.
That would be kicking right there. That would
That would be good. We got to get Tyrus in there too. He got to be head of something.
Oh, Tyrus? Oh yeah. Yeah.
well, when they got rid of the head of the Secret Service, that one lady, did they do
Yeah.
anything about the actual team leader of the team that was there that day?
No.
Because I
No.
think that person should have been held accountable as well. Because
Yeah.
they're the ones that you have your leader, but then you have, you got your team leaders that are over different teams that are doing different stuff. That if
Right.
you're going to go after one, it should have been that whole leadership from that team up. Because
Yeah,
there was
because
a big fuck up on
They
everybody.
obviously didn't do their. I mean, it was just. And I wouldn't care if it was a Democrat or Republican that happened to. It wouldn't matter. It's the fact that they didn't do their job.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking from. Just
you know,
a
so
strategic
yeah,
standpoint.
the team leader should have been called on the carpet for that.
And people were kind of attacking. What I didn't agree with was people were kind of attacking the local police, and I'm like, local police don't deal with that kind of shit
Well-
on a daily basis. They're dealing with traffic stops, domestic violence calls. They're not doing presidential security, so they're
in
not
most,
used to that.
right. In most
know?
cases, and the way they've always done it in the past, the Secret Service is the point. You know, they're
Right.
the lead. Basically, the local police are there for traffic control, crowd control, stuff like that. But when it comes down to setting things up to protect the president, that's not their job. That's the Secret Service job. So, you know, I don't hold the local police.
And neither do I. I kind of was getting
and
mad that
they
people were
tried to
doing it.
warn the Secret Service. The problem was the Secret Service didn't have the phones to, you know, or they didn't,
Well,
you know,
I think it was the radio bands because they weren't on the same
yeah.
like radio
And that
frequencies.
should have
They
been
didn't have-
again. That should have been checked by the point man on the Secret Service. It's just like I said. I don't care who it was that was running there, and it, you know, I didn't like it that Trump got shot, but I wouldn't have liked it if she'd gone. Well, it wouldn't have been nice for her to get caught either.
Don't go too far, Lloyd.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to be
See,
fair
I'm-
and balanced here.
See, and I'm not even talking about who was there. It's just the fact of the actual situation itself is all
Yeah,
I'm discussing.
yeah.
Well, the
Like
thing
it's
that,
like
the thing that makes me scratch my head is we live in such a technological world. Why don't they have communication devices that can just cover everything that they want to cover?
well, they're supposed to. That was the problem. Is local PD didn't have. They weren't in the Secret Service's ear, which they should have been.
Well, yeah, and that was because the Secret Service, who was see, they're the point, they're the lead on all of that. They set everything up where they're supposed to. The local police department is supposed to be, you know, the radio checks. They should have done all that long before he got there, and they had a lot of time to do it because, you know, that was in the evening and early evening.
Well, you know about these rallies like a month in advance. I mean,
yeah,
it's not
yeah.
like they
I mean,
wasn't last minute or anything.
like I said,
I mean,
it
they
just,
have schedules. They have schedules just like a concert. You know,
yeah,
people
yeah.
know months in advance. Yeah, he's going to be in Kentucky. They're going to be here. Whether it's a band, you know, you have schedules that people can follow.
Yeah, Daryl put up a link there that's the Elevate UAV Summit in Miami, Florida, November 12th through the 14th. He put a link up there. That's very cool.
Oh,
Almost-
did you hear yesterday, Lloyd? We were talking about it. GoPro sold 144 patents to Altel. Well, I mean, Skydio.
Oh, really?
Skydio has control of their company now.
Oh, Jesus.
GoPro. But GoPro, I guess, was in a financial situation. So they came in and
the
saved
pro-
them.
The problem for Skydio now is going to be where are they going to get their batteries? It's China's
They'll
China's
find
not
somewhere
selling
else.
to them.
They'll find somewhere else to manufacture. There's plenty of other shithole countries to manufacture stuff in. Let's go to the next one on the list.
Yeah,
Because that's the thing is like China's not the only one that you can get lithium and stuff from. There's tons of lithium mines in Africa. There's tons in
we have
other Asian
lithium
countries.
deposits right here in the United States.
Well, that's because lithium hasn't become a thing since like the last 10, 15 years. So now everybody's finding all these massive deposits they weren't looking for before.
Right.
Now they're finding them all over the world because
I
people are looking for them now.
You know, as much as I want Elon Musk to be up there helping out, I'd rather him get his people working. Hopefully he can do both, working on a different substance for batteries. I'd like to get away from LiPo and get into something that's a lot safer, cleaner, and all that stuff. And I'm not a tree hugger, but still, lithium when it's bad, it's bad. You know.
As much research as his company does, I'm sure they're working on something in the background.
Mini nuclear reactors.
There you go.
Like I said, there's the worst you would get is a 200-foot mushroom cloud in the middle of a
They
neighborhood.
have one of these
Or
in every automobile. Little nuclear reactor.
Actually,
The
if
flux
you could
capacitor, that would work.
look, if you
Yeah.
could actually make it stable enough to where you completely smashed a car like a tin can, and you could keep it to where it wouldn't explode. Actually, that would be the way to go. You wouldn't have to fill your damn car for 20 years, 20 plus years.
I agree. Hey, they could do it in the submarine. So
Yep.
they can do it in the submarine. They can do it in the automobile. It's just got to figure a way to size it down.
Imagine seeing your
Oh,
gas gauge at half a tank, and you're like, oh shit, we only got about 10 years left.
Okay.
Only got 35 years left.
The replacement you guys are talking about is graphene, and the military is going to go to graphene polymers for their batteries. Problem is, it's really expensive right now. The benefit is it's extremely light, and so they're going to use the military to basically improve the technology because they need
Yeah.
lighter batteries in the field, and so
So what company is researching this?
I can't remember what company they are contracting with for them. It was something graph something, but yeah, look up graphene. I think what was it?
Yeah, because there's a
look
lot
up,
of
look up military graphene batteries, and you'll find
Yeah,
I'm
out.
well,
gonna
there's
put
a
all my
lot
money in
of-
that stock.
well, there's a lot of shit they're using too that is electric. Like you got all the shit Boston Dynamics is making for them,
Mhm.
like on some of the drones that are being made for them.
And
So
graphene.
there's a lot of stuff
I mean,
they could get a use out of that.
graphene is just carbon. But it's a great conductor.
Good morning, Don. Long time no see.
Howdy. I wasn't gonna pop on until you guys started talking about batteries, and
So you were able to come correct us.
well, no, I was just
Yeah.
I had information that you guys didn't seem to have.
Well, all right.
That's why we depend on you, Don, because you can
Yep,
find that
we will
crap
look
out that
forward to
nobody
you
else
popping
can.
it. So in other words, if we ever get that in our automobiles, that's what's running our automobiles. We need to make
Yeah.
sure we get a whole bunch of number 2 pencils just in case.
Yeah.
So the silicon graphite
Silicon-
graphene batteries.
Silicon graphene batteries, yeah.
That's cool. I
Uh,
think they would make them small enough to fit in drones.
Yeah, you can make. I mean, it is just like any other battery technology. The problem is it's really expensive to make right now.
Right.
So, having a contract with the military is going to help them build those efficiencies that don't exist yet.
Right.
Any-
Right.
Any technology is really expensive at the beginning. It gets cheaper. Even lithium was expensive at the beginning.
Oh yeah, because it's just now, they hadn't gotten it to the point where they could manufacture because if you're just making one or two for testing, like research and development, just like with drugs, and they spend a lot of money
Well,
developing
And
those
the
drugs.
company I believe is Nanograph.
There's
Nanograph.
another one called Graphite One that they're working with too.
Okay.
They gave them 37 million to
Yeah.
do some
See,
production.
the problem they've done silicon batteries, but they swell, and graphene does not swell, and it's being used as layers as structure to try and minimize some of that swelling. Because you're just capturing ions, is what you're doing, and graphene has tons of nooks and crannies to capture ions, and the silicon being interlaced within that graphene gives it more structure, so it prevents the swelling. And so we'll see how it goes. I mean,
Yeah, Graphite One's actually a company out of Alaska.
Mhm.
And it's like anything else. I mean, look at VHS, or computers when they first came out.
Yeah.
They were very expensive. So, with the technology and the increase in creating those batteries, the price will eventually, become affordable, hopefully, right?
hopefully. But
Oh, gee.
as with anything, it's also kind of a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
Because, graphene has been that miracle substance for the last 20 years
Yeah.
since they discovered it.
Yeah, I think you were talking. I I think you were talking about this one other time. I don't remember what show it was on.
It's just like a nuclear fission or
Right.
nuclear fusion. Fusion energy is always 10 years down the road. Well,
Yeah.
It's not. Although this last year they actually got a fusion reaction that put out more energy than they put into it.
Really?
Yeah, so that is a big step.
Yeah. Cool. I wonder if you think they'll ever start using, like in the cars, like the nitrogen generators, what was it? Hydrogen, not nitrogen, hydrogen.
Hydrogen is just basically a battery. It's just another form of storage. It's just more explosive, so I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
The only thing it has over batteries is that it's a quick swap out. And if you made batteries that were the problem with batteries now is the charge time. And that's one thing about graphene. Graphene has an incredibly fast charge time. But if they were to manufacture batteries that were consistent across vehicles, so you could just swap out the cells,
Right.
it would make going into a gas station and you change out your batteries instead of sitting there charging up your batteries, and it would make batteries more akin to filling up your gas tank. Problem
That's
is,
what a company in China was trying to do.
the problem is
That's
you're
something-
sharing batteries fail, so you're sharing that failure rate across all these different companies
Right.
that where you're
Right.
gonna be charging. So no one wants to take the risk side of it,
Yeah.
and so
Well, that's
Okay.
what that company in China was trying to do, where you'd pull up and the machine would just grab the battery pack out of the car, swap it out. You'd be in and out in like 5 minutes. But their electric cars are even worse. They've been having all kinds
Now-
of issues with them.
I asked a question last night on Drone Nation. Drone Nation that I was on? When everybody's talking about the GoPro selling out the patents, what patents did they actually sell? Did they sell all of their patents or some of them?
Said 144 of them.
Yeah, but what patents
I
are
don't
those? Those might
I
all
don't
be
know.
those patents might all be related to the GoPro Karma. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, supposedly they got the control of the company as well, along with that deal. That's what I think Dan was saying yesterday in the chat.
Okay.
Because he did some video on it or something. They got like majority control of the company now. But they were in like some really bad financial situation apparently.
Well, it's all of the FPV guys crashing their GoPros and taking them back in and swapping them out, and
Yeah.
like we never intended for you guys to be taking them out and just hitting them with hammers and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although to be fair, they were action cams though.
Yeah,
And-
I don't think they envisioned that use case.
And they were the original cameras that were on the Phantoms.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You just
Let's
had a
see.
little mount point on the bottom of the Phantom.
Yep. Yep.
In fact, I still have, I believe, somewhere around here, a GoPro cage.
Oh,
that
do you?
was- That came with the Phantom one, but
Yeah, it was a Phantom. I thought it was a Phantom 1 that they did that. So
And Phantom 2, I believe. I think the first two.
Phantom 2, but then Phantom 2 Vision came out.
yeah, that's the first one I had was
In
a
fact,
Phantom 2
if I'm
Vision.
not mistaken,
Here we go.
I believe the Phantom 2 Vision came out first in
Look up, Sean.
October, and then in December, the Phantom 2 without the Vision. Without
So
the
they
camera came out.
sold the Hero 12 patents, Hero 11,
Wow.
Hero 11 Black Mini, GoPro Max, some
software?
software,
Wow.
and some
Yeah.
mounts.
They sold out then, yeah.
Yeah, they
What's-
sold
what's
everything. Yeah.
What's the newest GoPro right now? 15?
Oh, look at all the accessories. Battery chargers, like all kinds of shit. Display,
Looks like they sold everything.
placement glass. Yeah, they sold them. Damn near everything. Legacy Growth Pro product.
Yeah. Going all the way back to the earlier ones. Yeah.
Going all the way back to the Hero 4.
Yeah, all the way up to the Hero 9.
There's a Carbon drone system.
Yep. Smart
Wow.
remote. Yeah, that's all the Karma shit.
Wow.
Yeah, so they sold all the way up to, what was it, the Hero 12, I think I said at the top. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Hero 12. That's why
Did they
I'm glad I got the.
take a look through? Did they sell the 360? Open that back, or look back down through. Did they
Uh-huh.
sell any of their 360 stuff? That would be the GoPro Max. Yep, there it is, the Max. That's the.
Max.
And then that's all the, obviously, the million patent numbers
Mm-hmm.
for all the different shit. GoPro Player, whatever that is. Real Study Go.
I know what you did.
Okay. And there's Fusion. Yeah.
Exporter. Fusion, yeah. They sold out a lot.
Yep, they sold their 360 stuff too. That's. I was like, maybe they're keeping their 360, but nope, sold everything.
That's why I'm glad I got the Action 5. And you're talking about they weren't designed, but I'm telling you,
Okay.
that thing is.
What's up, Sean?
I mean, it just feels like it almost feels like it's metal with a sort of almost a.
What are
Plastic
they
on
up
top
to
of it.
now? What are they up to now? The 13 or 14?
I think 14.
I
No,
don't
they're
know.
up to 15, aren't they?
Already? Wow.
God, I can't. Well, it seems like they put out a GoPro about every 3 months. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Because I
So
got
I'm
10.
saying they don't have control of the company. They just bought the patents. Oh, yeah, because they were shit financial. Yeah, we knew that much. But Skydio didn't get no control. Okay.
Okay, that's weird. So they're selling off the patents, but not the company.
Yeah, Dale, go ahead and send that 4 off to Skydio to get replaced, buddy.
Okay,
You know you
so
want to.
that raises the question: is GoPro getting ready to do a big change in their direction? If they're sold off all their old patents, they have something new coming down the line.
I was on the GoPro, so it looks like 13 is the highest as they go. So
Oh, so they sold all the way up from the Hero
the
12.
12.
So
yeah,
So their
13
last
black
one
is
was
there.
the only one they have the patent left for.
I don't know. Sean needs to come on here and tell us everything. Don't save it for your channel, man. Come on.
Mhm.
You use this as a preview of your channel.
There you go. Yeah.
Practice your delivery. Oh.
I've always said that when you go to a New Orleans Saints football game, it's a different atmosphere than any other stadium in the world, right? So they've got a short. Gail Benson, the owner of the Saints, is walking around and people are getting him to autograph things, right? So they got a short here. I'm gonna put it on to show y'all. And if TJ was here, he'd laugh the whole show. He would laugh the whole show. The woman's got a wig. She wants a wig side, right? What?
Yeah, they're saying GoPro was down 8% year over year. Let me see if I can find a good article on it.
My God. Okay, I've seen some weird stuff at autograph signings, but not a wig. That's a new one.
See, I think it'd be funny to have somebody autograph your baby and say, "Yeah, don't do it too big. I'm gonna get it tattooed."
That's the atmosphere in the Superdome.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, that would tear up TJ the whole day.
So they sold the patents just to pay a license back on them. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless they're completely wiping their hands of all those, like the warranties and everything are all transferred over to Skydio.
Well, unless they're like, okay, we can sell these patents. Now Skydio is going to buy them, and Skydio will be able to use them. And like Sean says, license them back to GoPro, but they still get control over.
But why
using
would
those.
GoPro really need it though at that point? Because they're all older stuff anyway.
Well,
I mean,
the
unless there's
12,
a spec-
the 12 is just, I mean, they're only up to 13. So it's the second newest in the bunch because they did sell that. I think what they're going to do is, they've got the patents, which means they can use some of the technology in the GoPro to add to their own cameras on the Skydios, and
Which is
not
ki-
necessarily call it a GoPro, but it will have the technology of GoPro in it because they own the patents now. Now they can,
Well, what's crazy is, like Sean said, they've run out of money 3 times in 10 years, which is
Yeah.
funny because they pretty much had, when it comes to action cameras, they were
had the
the
market.
go-to camera. So
Yeah.
why are they running out of money? That shouldn't be a thing.
Because jackasses kept taking them out with one flight, destroying them, and taking them back.
I blame that on Sean. No, but I mean seriously though, even with that I mean that would be
oh, did
that
you
still
see
doesn't
what?
make sense though if they have that much of the market. They should be able to cover that.
Did you guys see what Edward Isaacs said? He says they use graphene batteries in RC airplanes, and he's got a couple of them. So,
Yep.
so they're out there. If they work in RC planes, they'd work in RC cars too, wouldn't they?
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, but it might not be the same efficiency or specs that like the government's trying to get to. You know.
Well, a lot of these RC cars are ready to run, that got everything. They will use either lipo or nickel hydride.
Well, let me
batteries.
ask you something. In the last 30 years, has a AA really improved any more than today than it has 30 years ago? Has it improved at all?
Yeah, we got rechargeables.
No,
We
not
do have
rechargeable.
recharge-
I'm saying just your standard AA
Yeah,
that you would
yeah.
use in an item and throw away. Has
Well,
the
according-
lifespan of them gotten longer?
Yeah, I think the Energizer Bunny's proof of that. I mean, he keeps
Oh,
going and
God.
going and going. It's just
Well, I'm just saying, it seems like I've said before, it seems like battery technology isn't keeping up with the rest of technology.
And did you know those AA's, those things, any of those type of batteries? Did you know they mold?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. I went to pull out some. I needed them for one of my controllers, and it's like, what the hell happened to these batteries?
Well, it was not really mold. It was corrosion, right?
No, it was actual black
Mold.
mold. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I never heard that before. I've seen corrosion on batteries.
Yeah.
I've never noticed.
Well, I
any
have
black
too.
mold.
But no, these were they weren't brand new. Obviously, I'd had them up there in my cabinet where I keep my batteries.
You might want to
Probably
check
wasn't
your
the batteries.
walls, Lloyd.
Yeah. It probably wasn't the batteries. It's probably just you.
Yeah, you might want to start checking in behind your cabinets, buddy.
Yeah, I might need to. Maybe I should. Yeah.
Get yourself a
But nothing
mask.
else was. Yeah, well, nothing else was bothered up there. That's the thing. It was just the batteries inside the pack. And I think I've still got. I'm gonna have to look
Inside
that
the pack
back up,
where there wasn't a lot of airflow, which mold
right?
likes it where there's no airflow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Look it
If
up.
it,
Let's
it
see.
gathered just a little bit of moisture, hey, you've
Well, yeah, and living in Oklahoma, we get moisture just in the air. The humidity, and sometimes, well, you know how it is. You don't know how that you don't know how that humidity is there in Missouri. Yeah, right.
no. We usually walk around. We usually go between 0 to 10% humidity here.
I got a Air 2S rocking chair battery right now. Put it on there,
Oh.
it just rocks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of it today. There's only one bit that's doing that, so. Hey, Justin, I'm gonna go chunk it at the tugboat.
All right. Make sure you got to drill a hole in it first to relieve the pressure.
Oh, I ain't drilling shit. I'm just chunking it.
You want to make sure you're standing right over, looking it directly in its eyes, so you don't wear safety glasses.
I'm not, I told you, it's going to Home Depot.
A drill is awful slow. I would do an ice pick and a hammer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. get more of a umph behind it. Yeah.
Oh, great. Here comes Sean. I said his name 3 times.
Hello.
Oh.
How are we all?
Yeah.
What's up, Warren?
Morning, Sean.
Hope you're feeling
Or
better.
afternoon for you.
Have I
Afternoon
joined?
there?
Am I here?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yay. Yay.
you're here.
Yeah, just really quickly then, the GoPro thing. So bear in mind that GoPro as a company owns 1,600 worldwide patents. So although the sale is significant, it doesn't sort of, it doesn't close their company or it isn't the main part of their company in those terms. They have just made a $75 million operating loss in 2023, and they're about to lay off 26% of their 925 employees before the end of this year. So they are up shit creek, basically. So basically what I believe they have done is basically Skydio obviously have to have control of everything they put in their drones from the point of view of IP to be approved on the American military contracts and that type of thing, basically. So they have taken that opportunity to in a very clever way to swoop in and take those patents. Basically, so they can say, actually, we own control of these patents. Whether or not they're then licensing those back, who knows? Well, obviously, time will tell. I would have thought so. Normally, you have like a gentleman's agreement for 5 or 10 years when they buy patents from a currently trading company. But yeah, so this isn't anything to do with them. I mean, in my opinion, Skydio would not want to take over GoPro from a trading point of view, because it's a bit of a dead
my question,
donkey.
Sean, is why the hell are they hurting for money so bad when they had to market on action cameras?
The Karma was probably the first time they've never really recovered since that. In terms of finances is concerned, they've never really recovered from the Karma issue, because they put when I say they put a lot of money into it, they put everything into the Karma. They really heavily backed that thing, they've had a few disasters since then, basically, and there was one other key disaster, and in actual fact, about 4 or 5 years ago, they had a very bad financial time, and everybody thought they were actually going to go then, because their share price dipped some ridiculous level. It was almost worthless, their share price in comparison to previous levels. But yeah, somehow they managed to get through, and they've kind of been bobbing along, basically. On the surface, sort of coming up for air every couple of seconds and going back down again. I mean, they're currently 10.3% down on the release of the 75 million operating loss. So it's obviously it's a bad time for them, but they do still own a lot of patents, and basically they had in one of their most recent stockholder meetings, they basically decided that they should have, there's a certain way they described it. GoPro is actively managing its intellectual property portfolio. So in other words, it's basically trying to find any kind of value in its patents and bring some cash in to show what it's doing. And obviously Skydio are currently going for their next level of investor funding. And this will combat the battery thing, basically. So whereas people will be worried about the battery.
Shit, their stock price is $1.55 a share.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy hell. And their high was
it doesn't take much for that for a company their high was crazy. I mean, they really were, as we all know, they really were a proper stock company at one point. So that's the background to it. I thought I would pop in and
see. I knew Sean would have all the details.
Yeah, thank you, Sean.
In their 5-year, their highest was 13.18. That was their highest their stock ever hit.
Yeah,
I don't know. That cheap, dude. I might want to buy like $30 worth just to see if they ever bounce back.
Yeah. I think it's fairly terminal, shall we say?
Yeah, but like $30 worth wouldn't be a bad investment. If you lose it, you lose it.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. I suppose
it could be like the movie Dumb Money. Let's all invest in it. We'll just jump their stock up to like $500 a share overnight.
And then sell it.
Yeah, then we'll all sell it.
Yeah,
We'll buy 100 shares and see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a bad time for them at the moment, and which obviously it's a shame because Sony have now left the drone market as well after their drone absolutely failed miserably. So
That drone had so
none
much
of this
promise.
is good. Yeah, exactly, and none of this is good from the point of view of getting other manufacturers, large tech companies to come in, basically.
Yeah, I was really hoping for Sony's platform to take off.
Yeah, no pun intended. Yeah.
Well, you really need a company like, Google, or a company that has billions of excess dollars that they could just blow on trying to do something
The
like
problem
that. But
is,
there's not a lot of them out there.
The main problem with all of this stuff in terms of the consumer marketplace is that most companies, if they took a 10-year, 15-year view on consumer drones, they would not be confident that consumer drones will be a thing in 15 years' time. So it's the level of automation. You look at the Neo and things, and that's the future of drones. Your mobile phone in your pocket that's also a drone. The mobile phone itself knows the drone rules, knows where it can fly. It automatically gets permission to take off. You draw a picture on Google Maps of where you want it to fly, and it will do that flight for you if it knows it can do that. Otherwise, it will tell you, sorry, I can't do that. That's probably the long-term future of them, and that's when I think. So I think Neo generation 9 or 10 is my prediction of when some of the large tech companies will jump into the space. But it won't be the drones that we enjoy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like you would need a company like Tesla or something like that has money to spend, and if it's a failure, it doesn't kill their business.
Yeah, but I mean, the large companies are getting into it, but of course they're all going into the commercial and military side of things because there is a 100% future in that.
Well, it's guaranteed money too, whether you sell or not.
Yeah, exactly. And indeed, it shows from Skydio's route because obviously they were initially a small consumer marketplace that then went up and decided to become military contracts because that's where their investors told them to go. So yeah.
Dre.
Jibba jabba?
Yeah. Why are the two main jibber jabbers off camera? Good morning, Sean. Been a while since I've been in it. Been a long time.
Hello, Sean. How are you?
Been a long time since I was in a chat with you.
Well, don't mind Dre. He went to the academy, the Northeastern Academy, to learn how to fly a drone, and that academy's not very good, as if you ever seen Matt's videos.
Well, I don't know how good of a drone flyer is, but he dresses damn sharp. I'll say that much for him.
Hell yeah. Do you think he puts like a little tie on his drones before they take off? I think he has like little clip-on ties.
Yeah.
And a little clip-on high vis jacket. So all his drones have to wear these little uniforms.
The law is called compensation.
Dre's just like a politician. The suit's just for show.
Okay, he's going to be in here and he's going to be giving all.
He's coming in a minute. We got.
Yeah. He's not going to that stuff from us.
Right, I have to get back to what I was doing. So it's good to see what I will be listening.
It was nice to hear from you, Sean.
Bye.
Thank
all right,
you.
take care.
Hey,
Thanks for clearing that up for us.
All right, what other questions can we talk about and ask Sean to come on here and explain to us?
Yeah. Well, that's good that he came on. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I think the future of live shows in the UK are about dead.
You think the future of live shows in the UK?
Yeah, are going to be a thing of the past.
Oh, like live streams?
Yeah. I should get them back in here.
Yeah.
People like Tim from Australia will take it over.
Well,
Ray says here comes a hate raid.
You want to get him
on popping onto the American live streams and giving away all the juice for free? Yeah, he's going to go down.
Yeah.
All right, if you really want to get Sean back in here, just start comparing him to Tim. Mhm.
I don't hear a lot from him, Tim, because Tim's usually just doing Fortnite with you, isn't he?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Catman.
Tim's
Yeah,
not
since you
really.
guys stopped doing your lives, just general lives, I haven't actually
I
been able
did
to
the last
interact
2
with Tim.
weeks.
Did you do a
Last 2
live
weeks.
without Fortnite?
Yeah, I did one last week and the week before.
How come I didn't know
Yeah.
about that?
I didn't do one this weekend because
See, you drove me away with
I
all your
was-
Fortnite crap, and so I stopped paying attention to any alerts.
yeah, Friday nights we usually do a live stream now, and then Saturday nights we do the gaming streams. This week I didn't do it because I was trying to catch up on Fortnite to get this battle pass done because they're doing a new one.
Yeah,
on
last
the
week
beginning
you
of
didn't do it.
December.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh, I
did.
know why. I'm usually watching Art's Wonderful Show when you're on, Justin. You know, because got to go where the class is at.
That's that's 3 words I've never heard before in the same sentence. Art's Wonderful Show.
Yeah, I know, right? Did everybody notice we got through the show last night without Bucky coming on and telling jokes?
Thank you, Lord.
Wow.
There's a guy.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
was-
actually watch the stream. I was just listening to it, so I wasn't
Yeah.
actually watching. I had my phone in my backpack. I was just listening to it.
Hi,
Dead cat.
my dead cat. Yeah.
right, right.
But oh, here we go.
Oh.
That one I showed on that stuffed one I have, Barkley sent that to me. Says, we know how much you love Bucky, so we thought you'd want one. So they sent, him and Genesee sent me a birthday card and a Bucky. Like, oh,
I've never actually been to a Bucky's. They built one about. Sarah wanted her and her best friend wanted to go check the one out, but it was like an hour and a half from here, and they were actually going to drive all the way there just to check it out.
I wouldn't drive an hour and a half to check one out, but if you're in that area, definitely swing that.
They both been to one, so they really wanted to go. But,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Sean.
Damn
Yeah,
dogs.
Art would not stop reading names. It's like he just read names. It's like that's not entertaining.
Yeah.
If somebody has a story about a name,
what are you talking about? Reading names?
oh gosh, last night Art was talking about
Oh,
he
yeah.
just started reading a list of people from Oklahoma, famous people from Oklahoma. And
I didn't
Lloyd
get
would be
that
like,
far in the stream then.
Lloyd or one of us would say something about that person, and we'd be like, oh yeah, and he would just continue on reading names that nobody gave a shit about. It's like,
never stopped to let anybody talk about it. And he must have read 40 names there.
yeah.
About 50.
Yeah, 50 probably. Yeah. It's like, oh my
Art,
God.
just stop. Art,
And remember,
stop.
Lloyd, it's your show. You can shut it down whenever you want.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I made him a moderator on the show itself. So, of course, when I change over to if I change over to one of the other ones, because I don't like the prices on StreamYard, damn dogs, I'm gonna kill them.
Oh, StreamYards has gotten ridiculous with their pricing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God! And the thing is if you look at StreamYards compared to like EveMux or even Zoom, they don't have half the features that those have. So, but they're twice as expensive.
Yeah,
Just go and
yeah.
look at the features that Zoom has, and compare the pricing and what you get, and it blows StreamYard out of the water for what they charge. It's insane.
Oh yeah. Well, I had Zoom, and I don't know why I quit using it.
And Zoom's a lot more stable, especially if you got people on their cell phones that come on.
Right, right.
It's very stable when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like StreamYards is pretty good on that. The other ones, they're a little finicky with cell phones. But like I said, just comparing the two main ones that a lot of people use, Zoom and StreamYard, Zoom's far, far better.
Well, yeah,
what
Zoom
they're
is designed for business, and people have been using it, and it's been
Been around for
tested and beat to hell, and they've made it robust.
yeah.
Right.
Everybody else,
I mean,
it gets its uses are shit like this, and it's like,
Right. Well, they use them in courtrooms, and and they'd have to be stable if they're using them in courtrooms and businesses like that.
Skype's still a thing.
yeah,
I haven't seen anybody
Skype?
use Skype
Yeah.
in a long time.
Yeah,
But
well,
I-
you could if you wanted to use OBS and Zoom as a separate window, so you would still have your OBS project with your
Right.
overlays and everything like that, and your different scenes. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
I mean,
I would go back to Zoom if I was you, Lloyd.
yeah,
I've
I'm
tried
thinking
all
very
the-
seriously about it.
I've tried about 5 or 6 of the major ones everybody's using, and I would say
Right.
Zoom's probably the most stable.
Yeah, I will say with Zoom here,
do I even
It's-
have Skype installed?
huh?
I'm gonna check to see if I even have Skype installed. I might have to go back to my computer that I had in 2004. Nope, there's Skype. I've got Skype.
Yeah, I would probably go back to Zoom, Lloyd, because it's like half the price, and you get the same. You get 10 times more features, and you don't
Well,
get
just-
and you can have technically you could have up to 100 people on the panel. God knows if you ever had that many. God help you.
Oh,
There
'Cause-
are
Yeah,
too many
no.
people on this panel right now. There are at least 2 extra people on this panel that shouldn't be here.
yeah,
Don't talk
I'm not
about
gonna
Joe
ask.
and Paul that way.
Well, we're looking at an empty office.
Yeah,
That's Lance's schoolroom.
Yeah.
No, I would definitely go back to Zoom though if you're going to choose between them two. Because
Well, I'm
that
think-
$50 a month is ridiculous.
yeah, it is. And well, just like I've been having problems. They're putting in fiber optic, and I don't know. They're out there messing with the lines, and I don't know what they're doing, but for whatever reason, or maybe it's just I probably need to replace my modem, but I don't want to do it until they get the fiber optic in, because then I can get a new modem to go with the new fiber optic. Because
What is
but
it?
whereas StreamYards, I'll get frozen frames, but here on Zoom, it's pretty, it's
Pretty
stable.
stable.
Well, the difference too is when you're using Zoom, you have it downloaded, where StreamYard is a web-based.
I'm actually
So
using it
you're-
off the web, the Google right now, because
Right.
I haven't downloaded it on this computer.
Just look at it. What, $50 divided by 4 shows a month? You're paying like $12.50 a show.
Yeah, yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Yeah, but being old, we don't like to do change, and that's sort of the way I am. I just like, okay.
Yeah, but I thought old people were penny pinchers too, though.
Well, normally I would be, but I'm trying to spend all of my kids' inheritance before I die.
Sean,
Oh, well, you might as well go with the StreamYard Enterprise plan then.
Sean
you know.
says that what is it? Skype is free. OBS.
OBS and Skype is free, and they look like they automatically work now via the NDI.
Okay. Is that what you use, Sean, for your shows?
Tell you the truth, I have not really used OBS for a while, and I actually used it the other day I needed to screen record something in a very specific way, so I opened up OBS and created a scene
Yeah.
with the 2 different sources, because I was like, oh, I can just do this, I can just capture and do this, and so that was
Yeah.
when I sent something to Paul Legend Big.
Oh,
And
yeah.
because I was like, I wanted to explain to him about Focal Link, because they were having a conversation the night. So I did a quick
Cool,
animation
Sean.
in
Thanks.
After Effects and had a movie there, and just did like a picture-in-picture in OBS to record that.
Yeah,
you
if
know,
you wanna-
Sean, what you need to do is do a tutorial.
There you go. Yeah. That would be good, Sean. Do a tutorial video.
Don't offer to help people set up.
Yeah.
Make them show up for those ad reads.
Look, there's 2 other plans we can do for you if you want to be bankrupt in the next year, Lloyd, with all that inheritance money. We
Oh,
got
yeah,
the Teams
yeah.
Teams plan for only $238 a month on StreamYards, The business one, we got to contact them. So I'm assuming around 800 a month, you know,
Yeah.
we can get that inheritance spent in less than a year.
Well, no, I'm doing a pretty good job now. I was just counting up. I've got, I think I've got 8 or 9 RC cars right now that I've bought.
I've got so many potential projects in the fire that
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Because, you know, we'd mentioned you talking about the uh adventures, you know.
oh yeah. Hmm.
And my mate down in Australia, he found a place, and it's God, I don't have it on this computer. I have it in on my tablet, but it goes through and tells you all of the different things that are
Mark?
that, you know, that you can go to and visit.
Hmm.
And the arrow with that says Tulsa on it, yeah, it's still there, and you can go up and you can get right up next to it on the road, and I suppose they'd let you go in and, you know, if you go knock on the people's door, but it's in a big open field. But yeah,
if you have a drone, you can just fly right over it.
fly over it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing, you know.
I got to jump off. I'll catch y'all later.
All right,
Okay.
Have a good day, guys.
Later.
take care.
Yeah. What Lloyd and I were talking about the other day was travel channels. People just usually go someplace, and it's always a big thing, and it's travel. And I thought, you know, it'd be kind of cool to shoot like a travel channel, but just within a small radius of your hometown, and show
Yeah.
the small places that people would usually drive past.
Yeah, well, they've got, you know, we talked about the Golden Driller. Art keeps bringing that up.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's another one up there, and it's a guy wearing a funky look. It's a big statue, and he's holding a rocket in his hand. And he's almost as big as the Tulsa Driller, and it's on Route 66 as one of the old attractions.
Yes, there was a lot of those. What do they call them? Not muffler men. They have a name for them.
Well,
though.
yeah, it was like this guy's, you know, sort of the sort of like the muffler man. That was what it was, you know. The idea was, that's what they said in the description. That's what's neat about this site, is they also give you the description of this stuff. So it's like right there's your script. It's already researched for you. I'm thinking, yeah, I got to
Oh,
do
that's pretty
that.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
was that like a weird highway and byway type thing?
Yeah, it was something like that. But I'm going to have to go in there and look for it. But there is one. I think it's up near Edmond, and God, I'll have to call my cousin. It had something to do with I don't know. I think it was Transformers, full size giant figures of the Transformers, you know. And and he sent me a picture of it. Well, I think he did. I don't know if he did or not. But his daughter was up there doing she's a teacher. She's a AP teacher in robotics and stuff. She's a head. She takes her kids up there for robotics things, and she was up there doing a part-time summer seminar thing that was going on there for her, you know, continuing education. But so they drove up there, and he told me about this. Said, you got to see this, you know. It's one of the car shops. They got one at one end of town and the one at the other end of the town. So I'll have to, you know, because like you said, there's a lot of stuff just, you know.
And I think just the small weird stuff that doesn't show up on places to visit.
Yeah.
Of course, that really kills your audience of how many people would be searching for it.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I think that'd be fun. I'm going to, because I plan on, well, this week I'm going to go up to Tulsa and visit my cousin up there, and thought, well, while I'm there, I'll just, you hit a couple of these places up. Take my action cam with me and just do some
Mhm.
shooting because and I've driven past that airport marker or aircraft markers.
Mhm.
That I've driven right past there. It's right over by where Judy's neurologist was at.
Yeah, I was trying to remember last night where that was.
It's over there
When you
off
said it was
of
by the Golden Driller, I was like, no. After I
no,
got off, I'm like,
it's
it's nowhere near the Golden Driller. It's over on the
it's
west
it's
side,
in
right?
the north side of it's on the northwest side of Tulsa.
Yeah.
Up by it's right off the Wayman Tisdale. It's over there near the what the hell's sort of near the Tulsa Zoo and
Yeah, I want
the
to say when I went by it, we were with somebody looking at RVs, and we came across that. But
at least his office is clean. I'll say that much for him.
yeah,
Oh, hey, Mark, I didn't even see you pop in.
Hi, Paul. Ian Lloyd,
Any more?
Donald, Joe.
hello. But yeah,
Corman is on. Good morning. Oh, Brad's on there too. He's in the chat.
Hey, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Everybody's sneaking in.
Yeah.
You're the host now, Joe. I'm gonna go get a ship.
Okay, Paul.
I go on. I forgot. I need to check and see if DHL has updated anything.
I'm the host. Shutting it down.
You're the host now?
Yeah, shutting it down.
Okay. Yeah.
We're gonna make Lance the host.
There we go. No.
You know what happened last time I was host? I crashed the whole thing.
Now on Zoom, can you like highlight stuff in the chat or not?
I don't know. You could in OBS.
You could in OBS. Yeah, I was just thinking if I'd use OBS for the background.
If
or
you
for
were
your
streaming,
scenes.
if you're streaming to YouTube, you can go ahead and get the source, like the web address for the chat, and put that
Right.
in as a separate window, and actually just have your chat over to the side.
That's right.
And now,
Yeah,
as
you can do that.
far as highlighting certain comments and having them pop up, I don't know.
Right.
No, and it's no good asking Paul. Apart from the fact that he's not there.
Stopping by to say hi. I'm back in Phoenix visiting my stepdaughter. Okay.
Is that Brad? Yeah. I had to think when you said Corman. Thought, who the hell? Oh, Corey.
Corey, yeah.
You missed the Y out. Yeah.
I thought, what? Yeah, I might have mumbled it, but I thought I said Corman. Yeah, guess the way
Possibly.
I say it does sort of blend
Possibly.
in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of like you guys over there across the pond. You
Yeah.
don't use any R's in anything, so yeah. You just ignore that letter.
Yeah, quite often. And T's.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I said hi. Hello, TJ. I don't know if I said hi to you earlier or not.
Hi, TJ. Didn't see TJ.
Yeah.
TJ.
Okay, thank you, Corey. He said he heard it right, so okay.
That's okay then.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes my hillbilly drawl gets in the way of things.
No.
I didn't used to have this. That's one of the things that upset Judy so bad. She says, when you came here, you had perfectly clear diction. Everybody could understand. He said, now you talk hillbilly like I do. You know, you're around somebody for 40 plus years. Yeah, you're going to pick up a few of those traits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I told my wife last night, I said, am I beautiful? She says, I wouldn't say that. I go, really? Because I thought when people were married for a long time, they were supposed to look more like each other. And I think you're beautiful.
Well done. Yeah. Yeah. Well played there. How long y'all been married?
What year is it? I'm trying to think of what year it is.
24.
27 years.
27 years.
Yep.
That sounds like this one might work out, you know?
Might.
Yeah. She hadn't gotten rid of you yet, so.
Hasn't
Unless she's
successfully.
waiting. Well, unless she's waiting on the life insurance to mature, you know.
I mean, she's led me off and given me a sandwich and drove off a couple times, but I found my way home.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Yeah, she might have been hinting at something there.
Either that or Alzheimer's is setting in.
No shipping update since Monday. Wonder if I should call them.
That actually happened to my wife. She got, when she was a kid, where all the family is buried up. Her family and my family are both, you know, our ancestors are buried in a little town up there. And so for Decoration Day, they all went up there, and she went into the little church and was playing the piano, and her dad and mom got in the car and took off and headed home. And they realized she wasn't with them. They had to turn around and go back. She was still in there playing, you know. And then her dad took her over to some friend's house, and they got to talking and carrying on. And he said, well, I got to go now. And he gets in, takes off, gets almost home when all of a sudden he's looking around like, thought
crap.
Judy was being awful quiet. Like, oh my God. And he had to go back and pick her up. I'm gonna
Like
mute
Home Alone.
my mic and camera. I got a call coming in, so I'll still be here listening.
That sounds ominous.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah, I got
listening.
2 shipments coming in any minute. I'm just waiting for them to get here.
Always watching, Wazowski.
So you haven't had any updates since how long?
Well, yesterday.
On your shipment?
Well,
It should. The 64870. Hold on a second. Monday morning, they did a update on the customs clearance. And that
Is
was
it still at customs or cleared?
I don't know. It
Yeah.
says customs clearance status updated. It didn't say updated to what.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
I'd like if they could say waiting on blah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got that battery backup that's coming. And I've got the 4 posters for basketball. It should be here too. It's it's both coming FedEx. They said I'll have them by 10:30, so I got about an hour.
Yeah. Let me double check, make sure that I am looking at the right thing. Shipment notification. Turn this on. No.
and are you looking on the courier's website, Dom?
Yes.
Yeah.
More shipment details. I told you guys it wouldn't be here.
Yeah, you did.
I was hoping for sometime this week. We'll see. But hey, it's just it had an update yesterday. I don't like that it was an update yesterday morning at like 8 o'clock in the morning with nothing else updated. But
Yeah, I mean I've noticed that on some of the parcel sites over here, because I always start an account with them on the apps just so it's easier and I get the notifications better. You don't have to pay for them or anything. And I do notice that quite often they'll send the same message 2 or 3 times. I mean, I've had it coming into the same distribution depot 3 times in one day, all at different times, which is.
I guess I could. Let's see. Set up for this year. Let's go send that to. Who do I want to send that to? I want to send that to. Turn on notifications for custom clearance. Okay, done.
Temperature, it feels cold.
Get that Paul Shippey's chase.
Nine degrees. With a low of 1 degree today.
Which is just above freezing.
Yep.
It's been pretty mild here. I need to look and see what. I gotta get some plants in if we got any freeze warnings. So.
Yeah.
Look here and see what we got. Oh, we're gonna be staying a low of 40 degrees until next Wednesday.
Oh, that's not too bad.
And then starting next Wednesday, we're got lows of freezing, like 31, 33, just hovering.
Yeah. I mean, tomorrow our low's going up to 7, but.
So what you're saying is not Friday, but next Friday, we should be finally have a cold football game.
Possibly.
Because it shouldn't get down to us.
How much was I talking to myself?
You were talking enough. Talking about the 33s and 31s and.
Oh.
You were just saying you're going to get down to freezing middle of next week.
I was kind of mumbling to myself when I was asking myself who I wanted to ship that email address to for notifications and stuff. That might be what he's talking about. Yeah, the first sign of madness is talking to myself. Yeah, I must have gone mad years ago then.
No, it's not. The first sign of...
It's when you answer yourself.
Yeah.
I do that too, though. It's like, what was I doing? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Well, I came into the kitchen to do something. Now, what the hell was it? There's not many things you can do in the kitchen. You can either cook or make a cup of tea, one or the other. Or feed the animals, one of.
Yeah.
Precious has got bored of the fact that it's cold out here and gone back inside and lay down.
That battery backup system I got in weighs 30 pounds.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's big.
Mm.
But it'll allow me to plug in the other computer to it too. I have enough back plugs.
Yeah.
It was on sale. The one I had was like $90. I was able, that was a 650. This is a 1500. So it's more than double the size. And it I got it for 160. So it was like not bad.
Mm.
Just trying to decide whether I'm gonna have to put it on the floor down there somewhere. I got to figure out where I'm gonna stick it.
Mm.
I know where I want it, where it needs to go.
I missed last night's show. It's me and my sister, my brother, and my dad were trying to put my garage door so that it will close properly, and still didn't manage it. Gave up at about 11:30 over here.
What don't make sense is that it must be different FedEx trucks. He drops this off, but my posters that are on FedEx didn't come, so it must be a different truck. I got to get them to the school so they can put them up and make the girls look bad. Since the other guy did the posters for the girls, one of the girls looked at me at the when we did the Veterans Day. She was standing there and she said, "You did the boys' posters?" I said, "Yep." She goes, "Did they look better than ours?" I said, "You'll see." And she said, "Are they going to put them next to ours?" I said, "Right next to yours." Like that. She goes, "Oh Lord, I already know." I said, "Yeah, you shouldn't have had the other guy do it. I do your pictures. It doesn't make sense." And the parents already said they loved them, so that was good.
Well, I was quite happy today. I managed to get my appointment at 9:30 tomorrow morning changed to 1:20. Originally, it was at 2, and they cancelled it because they said they didn't have anybody working in the afternoon tomorrow, and made it 9:30. And now they've got somebody working in the afternoon tomorrow. So
DJI 1000 on its way. That sounds good.
Yeah. It's not stuck in customs.
It's not a drone.
That's their power station, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Yeah, I saw Dustin Dunhill did a review on that. Looks quite excellent.
And they've got a special plug you can do that charges stuff faster, but you got to have that special plug. So that costs you an extra $100, I think, maybe more.
Oof.
That's what they do in that proprietary crap. We'll get them hooked on the thing. Now we'll put a plug in there. They got to buy it from us.
I'm gonna send an email. Just because, it may help, may not. Just say, hey, is there anything I need to do to help this get through customs? Is there anything left for me to do?
Yeah.
They got to kick back a thing that's going to say, you talked, you sent an email, no drone for you. Come back 1 year.
Account number. I don't have an account.
Yeah, that was a funny scene. He said, little man, come back 1 year.
Mm. Yeah, that reminds me of that sketch that was on one of the comedy programs where the guy was visiting back to where he used to live, and he saw a cobbler's, and he went in and he said, I left a pair of shoes in here 2 years ago to be repaired. Are they done? And the guy looks through his books and says, they're ready next Wednesday.
It's funny. It sounds like my uncle. My uncle used to be the head mechanic at Ford, and he his specialty was transmissions. So when he decided to do it on his own, he had his garage back of the house, and people would bring and it was basically big Fords, Lincolns, and things like this.
Mm.
And they'd come in and he'd look at it and say, yeah, the transmission is going to take 2 weeks, like that, and give them a crazy price, right? And then he put it up on the rack, drop the transmission, fix it, and put it back on the rack and leave it there for about 10 days. He said he could fix a transmission in about 3.5 hours. That's how he was.
So here's the thing about that. Why would he leave it on the rack for 2 weeks just to increase the value of it? I would say the value would be is I can get it done faster than anybody else.
Yeah,
That's why you're
I don't
paying me.
know. He made all the money he wanted to make. See, that guy was loaded. He was the best mechanic in Manville, Texas.
Mark, the joke ready next Wednesday, was that the two Ronnies?
it may well have been.
It sounds like a
kind of thing they do, yeah.
And it's like you tickled my brain, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, they did some really good ones.
It reminds me of the scene where he comes in to the hardware shop and asks for 4 candles.
4 candles, yeah. Yeah, handles for forks. They did another one as well in a greengrocer's where the guy came in and said he was having problems with his apple. And they went through all the different fruits like blackberries, orange, dates, all sorts of stuff. That was good.
But yeah, ready next Wednesday. It sounds like one of their bits.
It does.
You know, do notice that ship is long gone, right? And Paul's not here, so he must be getting his his Boston cream.
Didn't he say he was going to get 2 ships?
I didn't hear that.
I don't know.
He might be waiting for another one to come down.
I'll bet on the Boston cream.
I would not bet against that.
I know.
Hello, pussycat.
Hey, he's back.
Tell you what,
You
it
got
was
gloves
so-
on, a coat on, it must be chilly. I miss going, I forgot to go to Texas Roadhouse yesterday to get my free steak. Totally forgot. It was easy to remember when my kids worked there. Because they called me up and say, don't forget your steak. Don't forget to come get your steak.
And was it just one day? Yeah.
You know, on Veterans Day, they do it just at lunchtime. They got like 10 meals you get for free. You just pick the one you want.
Yeah.
And I haven't been there in like 3 years because they haven't worked there for 3 years. I keep forgetting about it.
Mm.
Reminded me last night when I saw Captain Ray sitting at one of the tables at Texas Roadhouse. I said, God darn it. I haven't been to Texas Roadhouse probably almost a year now. And we used to go at least twice a month. During Christmas time, they would give you, if you bought $50 in gift cards, they'd give you $20 free. So right at Christmas time, I'd go in and buy like $500 worth of gift cards. So I'd get a couple $100 worth free. So I'd have like $700 for the Texas Roadhouse in gift cards. And that's what we ate on. When we ran out, we stopped. You know, that was my yearly allotment for Texas Roadhouse. And we did it pretty good. By the time we run out, the gift cards were being sold again.
Well, I wish we had a Texas Roadhouse here.
Well, I'm mad at them because the one thing I like there the most is the roadkill. Yeah, all it is a hamburger steak, and you get it smothered with onions and mushrooms.
Right.
And the last 3 times I've tried to order one, they say not available.
Really?
So I don't know. I got to go find out if they're stopping it or what, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
No.
Oh, well, it's coming up on 10 o'clock, and I'm going to have to go to that lunch meeting today to meet my new coworkers. They're my old coworkers, but they're going to buy me lunch.
Oh,
There you
that's
go.
nice.
But they have a meeting at 11 o'clock. So,
Right. So what are you going to be doing for them now?
order entry type stuff. The salespeople go out and they'll sell a schedule as far as digital advertising, and then
Right.
they'll give me, and I will be building the orders and data entry type stuff.
Okay. So it's not like you got to start climbing poles or anything.
No. Nope. I'll be carrying a laptop around and.
Yeah. I did that when I first moved here to Muskogee. I was an installer and actually I was more disconnect than installers because the low man on the totem pole got that job, and they'd send me every day. I'd get a stack like this, and there's no way you can get, 50 or 60 disconnects going up and down a pole like that, unless they're all in the same block, which very seldom happened. And then you're up on the pole and they come out because you just cut off
Lloyd?
their.
The manager in me says, I don't really like the attitude that you have that's saying there's no way you can get to. I have faith in your potential.
Yeah.
And I think maybe if you try to apply yourself just a little more.
Yeah.
You don't have to get the entire stack done. Just try and get an extra one or two done a day.
Yeah.
That's all I ask.
Yeah. Sounds just
But
like a boss too.
I really don't like to hear the word can't from.
Right. Well, I'll try to apply myself better there, sir. I will. I'll work hard on that. Yeah. Kiss my ass.
You're fired.
Yeah.
Those Boston creams there, Paul?
No,
Yeah.
no.
God, no, I would have lost that bet.
And scene.
Oh yeah, God. What was bad is you get stuck up there on a pole and there you've just shut off their daytime soap opera or one of
And they're
those
outside.
shows.
You don't want to come back down, right?
Right, because they're standing down there cussing at you. Yeah,
I'm gonna stand up here and look busy.
yeah, that was it until they
No.
finally got tired and went in.
Now, when I was a kid, we had a neighbor that worked for the phone company, so he was always up and down poles. Well, back then you got all the channels coming into your house, but they would put a trap on it, and that would just filter out a certain signal.
Right, right, yeah,
And so they would filter out HBO.
Yep.
Unless you paid for it, they'd come out and they'd take the trap off.
take the drop. Yeah, I did
So-
that very thing.
So our neighbor who worked for the phone company, he offered to climb the pole and pull that trap off for us. So we had HBO for free for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Until they'd have to, and they came out and there was like 14 houses in our neighborhood that all had the traps taken off.
Right,
he'd been-
right, yeah,
He'd been doing favors for people.
yeah. When
But-
when
They'd go along and look. It's like, all you had to do was take that trap and just drill through and make a pass through and put it back up, and they'd never know.
yeah, and that was known to happen by some of the installers. They would friends and neighbors had the trap was still up there, but it was hollowed out. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, Showtime, when they started, they actually put a trap on. So it was like a double one, instead of the two short ones together.
Mhm.
And I'd have to go up there and install those for Showtime when it first started.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
yeah. But matter of fact, I used to have, I probably still have a couple, 2 or 3 of those, and they have Showtime etched in them, But yeah, they, but yeah, that's what we did. Now they put the traps in a box that's locked,
There is no trap now. It's all two-way communication back to the head end.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
And now it's just Fire Stick. You don't even have. It's like they hook up your internet, and it's just all internet signals, and you go through a Fire Stick.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I've got here. I've got fire. I don't, I use.
Oh, was
a
that the
Fire
Air 2S?
That's the Air 2S, and it was a heavy, heavy wind.
I was gonna say you weren't flying nothing light in that. I was sitting there looking at the flag, and it's like that is way too much turbulence for as fast as that ship is going.
That's not the Neo.
Yeah, it's
Oh
not
no,
the
that's
Neo.
not the Neo.
If you look at these flags here in the background, they're almost standing straight out. That's coming from the north.
Yep, and you're flying up against it.
Yeah.
You have any gimbal issues again?
Well, I got about here, and it said, as I turned that corner, it says your rear sensor error.
Really?
No gimbal error, but you got a different.
Yeah, I got rear sensors error.
Huh.
Well,
I got that with my Mavic Pro Platinum once.
maybe your rear is just overly sensitive.
It could be.
Darn.
'Cause I was sitting right over here along the shore on my stool.
That's
freezing
it
my
right
buggies
there.
off. Oh man,
Yeah.
was it cold.
That was it. Your rear got cold sitting on that stool, and that's why you got that rear sensor error.
Yeah.
I figured it was a sensor error saying you don't got any sense to be out here.
Could be, yeah.
What it's saying is that a rear sensor error with the DJI Air 2S, you have to calibrate the vision sensor through the DJI Assistant 2.
Yeah, you do.
And we're not going there right now.
It puts a weird like test card on the screen and tells
Yeah,
you
we're not going there right now,
Yep.
Paul. It's
directions.
That takes a while. Did
Pain
they
in the
frustrating.
backside.
did they get the DJI Assistant working on Mac again? For a while, it wasn't working on Mac.
The 2 works on.
Okay, because for the Phantom 4, I could never get DJI Assistant for the Phantom 4 to calibrate on a Mac. I always had to find a PC.
Yeah, the thing is, Paul, you're gonna have to put it. It's gonna have to be on your monitor, and it shows you a screen on a DJI Assistant 2 with a pattern, and you got to hold the drone facing the thing and go
And you
slow
move it.
with the pattern and follow the pattern around. And if you're just a little off, it starts over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Put it this way: when I did it, it took me 4 times.
But it is
And
something
that
that
was
you
the
should
Avata.
do.
The Avata.
It is something that you should do as part of your regular maintenance.
Yep. That was the Avata that went in and out of that bridge on me.
Oh.
It was the rear
Don't tell
sensors.
me. The Mavic 3 is dead.
So, I outside the lost connection there. Is there any way come on from South Carolina?
Oh.
doesn't belong.
Give him detention.
That did not sound good.
No, it didn't. Sounded like a real serious issue there. Well, the only thing is
Hello,
you know,
Trevor.
I'm not that technical, Joe, on doing that, and it's just
It's not that technical. You just gotta have the thing on your computer and you just follow the instructions, and you gotta take your time.
The thing of it is it's
Did
the
you have Find Your
it's the
Drone?
rear sensors.
You didn't have
What do you
Find
do?
Your
Put it
Drone.
butt end towards it, or
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's facing
And
it. The bottom's
PA
facing it.
wasn't in that grass. It was in grass, and you looked everywhere.
Got it.
And,
Yeah, it's the bottom sensors. What you're gonna do, it's the bottom sensors that are reading it, and that works with all your sensors.
Do you
And
have
it's calibration, but like
so
I
it's
said,
the two sensors on the bottom.
Well,
yeah, the sensors on the bottom is when you get it on there, we have a pattern, and you gotta sit there and follow the pattern up around the thing like this. Up
Paul,
around.
mute Lance. Paul,
So
mute
what you
Lance.
do is your controller,
Yeah.
you pull down, and then it gives.
He was muted a minute ago.
There you go.
I can't mute him. Stop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute you.
That was something that it was interrupting Joe, and also probably something that we didn't need to hear.
Yeah, so basically, Paul, what it is it's going to show you a pattern, and when you get on the pattern, it's going to start moving. And you can't move the drone. The drone's got to stay there. You just got to move your wrist.
Mm-hmm.
If you start moving the drone, it's going to say it won't calibrate. It'll start again. Oh, I know. Like I said, it took me 4 times to realize I had to hold my hands real still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just twist them so that the
You're
drone
orienting the drone.
pointed at it.
And I
Yeah.
use it on. I have to get on the DJI app.
It's the
DJI
DJI Assistant
Assistant
2.
System too. Okay.
Yeah, on your computer.
Yeah, it's not an app; it's a web page.
Does it have to be it's got to have it's got to be on the system too, so it's got to have the connection to the computer with the cord.
Mhm.
You got all of that you got to do.
Yep. It's a bit of a pain in the butt, but
It is because you've got to have a USB lead that's long enough to get from the computer to the drone for the drone to still be far enough away from the screen.
yeah. But that was
14 inches, they say.
that was part of my quarterly update on the Phantom whenever I had it. I just had a routine that, and it may have been too often, but that was just how I had it set up.
Mm.
I just do it, pick a day, and okay, I'm doing updates, and
Yeah, because I remember when they did it with Avata, the original Avata. God darn it! Well, I tell you
I would do
what.
that. I would consolidate cycle count on my batteries.
Lloyd, are you flying anymore at all?
Oh, drones? Yeah. I've got the Avata. I've got the Avata 1 and the Avata 2 that I fly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, matter of fact, I fly the Avata 2 because I just like it better. When I went down to South Florida, I saw it and I got a chance to look at it. I came back, and as soon as it came out, I bought it, which I very seldom do, but, yeah. And I like the motion control. A lot of people don't, but I've also got a mount system that is just like a sleeve. I could put the motion controller in it, and I have it mounted to a folding table, and it's just like using a joystick on a flight simulator, As a matter of fact, I've actually got some video. I need to pull the SD card out. Probably about a month ago, I think I went out to the lake. My son was out camping out the lake, and we got out there with our RC crawlers and and trail our 110 scale. No, we were doing the 24 scale. Anyways, so I got I put the drone up, and that was the first time I also flew out over the water for the first time, and I've never flown over water before because I just didn't trust myself. So
Well, here's the vision sensor error I had with the Avata 2. I mean, with the original Avata. It did its own thing. Watch.
There's the H.
Yeah, I was just
And
sitting
there
here
goes
looking at-
there. Yeah, that was the stunt. It was like, man, you couldn't have done that if you had tried.
Yeah, no, it looked like I was the best drone pilot ever, huh?
I remember that clip. Just kind of
But
went sideways and
should have
under
been on
and
the other end of it.
back through and back on this. Oh, I've been on the side of losing signal. I've never been on the side of seeing it, watching it go out of control.
Well, I'm sitting there with
lost-
I had the sticks. And I'm sitting there with the sticks, and I'm saying, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, going in between like that.
Yeah, losing signal is stressful enough.
All it had to do was clip that bridge good, and it was in the Pearl River.
Well, the air
watching it
message
go
I
nuts would
got,
be
Joe, the only
crazy.
difference between what you were showing, it says it's rear.
But according to the thing, it says the same thing.
Okay.
So you still have to do it with the DJI system.
Yeah, you've just got to point the right sensors at the screen.
Trevor
is
says
that-
good morning to you, Lloyd.
Lloyd. Yeah.
Do what?
Yeah, it's still going to be the bottom sensors no matter what. You got
And
to
Trevor says good morning, Lloyd.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I thought I said good morning to him, but I may have forgot. Good morning, Trevor.
Sure you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I brought up I was looking at the pricing on Zoom, and for I don't know what plan you're on, Paul, but I mean it's like $13.99.
Yep, I think I pay $14.95 once a month.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna be switching over to Zoom because I'm like, because it's been stable. I haven't had any of the glitching. It's like I said, I'm having problems with either my modem or I hope it's my modem and not my router system, because I have a mesh router system and I don't want to have to buy a whole new one of those.
Yep.
But so I'm thinking, Zoom doesn't give me the problems that I've been having with StreamYard, and the price is a hell of a lot cheaper.
Yeah, it is. It's for what you get and all the people you can add. They don't charge you extra,
Right.
It's a good buy.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to be going back to Zoom for my show. I mean, even the business one, you can get, let's see. Look, see what was it here? 300 participants per meeting.
Yeah.
Like, really? And that's only $21.99 billed monthly.
Yep.
But
here's what I thought about. I don't have that, but how the hell do you control 400 people on this?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
How do you fit 400 people on a screen?
The little dots.
Yeah, that'd be it. They'd all be so small. You'd be going, who's talking? I can't see them. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go back to Zoom. You know, being on here with you guys and seeing how stable it is for me right now, it's like, okay, I think that's where I'm gonna go.
And the links are so much easier to actually join a panel than they are on the other ones.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Hey, Paul, I'm gonna jump off.
I just copy the link and post it up at the top of the chat.
Right.
When he remembers. Yeah.
Yeah, Paul, I'm gonna jump off because I gotta shut everything down to put this new battery back up in.
Okay,
I want to
Joe.
read about it before I do it.
Thanks for
because I want to
covering,
get
my
it done and
friend.
over with. I'll be back later.
We'll see you a little later.
All right.
Later.
Take care, Joe.
Later, Lloyd, Donald, Mark.
Yeah, see you, Joe.
Yep, I'm gonna go see if I need to trim any nose hairs or anything before I
Before you go on,
go to my lunch meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can go ahead and close it down then, everybody, and
Yeah.
we'll see all of you again later today if you'd like. Everybody's always welcome, and we're on here 9 in the morning, 5 p.m. So take care.
I may be back.
Boy, thanks for stopping in.
Hey, I enjoy it. I've really been enjoying coming on this show with you guys. So
Well, we enjoy having you. So Donald says, always saying, "Where's Lloyd? I miss Lloyd. Where's Lloyd?"
but now I know you're exaggerating. I know how Donald feels about me. He's like, yeah, right, yeah. All right.
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see you all.